Hi everyone. Today I'm going to go over some new features that have been added to the class page. And in an effort to continually improve the service and the website, Tom at Capital Discussions has been working hard and has added some new features that I think you're going to find very beneficial. The changes have been made to four areas of the class page: the Library tab, the Trade History tab, the new FAQ tab, and in the Notifications tab. So I'm going to go over each of these in detail. Under the new Library tab, basically everything's the same. All of the library items, videos will be listed in newest to oldest, same order and so forth. However, there's a Get Started button. It might be orange or red on your screen. And what this does is if you click on it, it toggles the Getting Started videos to the top of the page. So if you're a new subscriber, or maybe I've added a new Getting Started video, or you just want to refresh and watch those again, you can get to those very easily by just clicking on that Get Started button, and they will toggle to the top of the page. And if you don't want to see them anymore, you can click on it again and they toggle off. So it's just a toggle on and toggle off type button. So that's the Get Started button. In the Trade History tab, there's some new things that have been added there. So along with each individual trade for the service, and whether it's open or closed, and some basic information about the trade, there's been some new columns added. So the account size has been added. So in this particular trade for the Weirdo strategy, a single tranche Weirdo, I'm trading this in a $20,000 account, so I'm listing that here. I'm also using that whole account as the planned capital for a single tranche Weirdo, so I'm listing that amount here. And then again, the maximum margin that is being used for each of these trades is listed here in the maximum margin column as it was before, and that'll be anywhere ranging from around $17,000 to $18,000 for a single tranche Weirdo, but the exact amount will be put in once the trade is closed. Then, of course, we have the profit and loss amount, which does include the net realized profit or loss with commissions. And then there's been a couple of new fields added. So instead of just getting the yield on margin, which is what was listed before, which was based on the maximum margin, now the yield on capital or planned capital is being calculated, and the yield on the account size is being, what the account size started at is being calculated as well. So those new columns have been added. In addition, an equity growth chart has been added for realized gains. So this is just for once the trades are closed. This is realized gains only. So it's just showing you where the account started at the beginning of the service, which was February 1st, 2015, and it'll just show you where the graph of the account as at the end of the period, or the end of the last closed trade, which in this case there's been two closed trades. So, hopefully that'll continue to move up and look like a nice equity chart as the service continues. And then on the right here is the trade performance summary, which gives you the breakdown and the numbers of the performance of the service and the trade in the service. So in this case, again, only realized profits and losses are calculated. So we've got the net profit, number of wins and losses, the average profit, average loss, maximum consecutive wins or losses, and then the account high value, low value, and an ending value. And then if there were any losses, there would be information about those losses down below, such as maximum drawdown and so forth. So that's quite a lot of information that's been added to the Trade History tab. Then there is a new FAQ tab, and what that is as subscribers are asking me questions, a lot of them are becoming common questions, and I'm decided to add all of those common questions into, or maybe not so common questions, into this FAQ tab. So anytime you ask a question, if it's something that other people are asking, or something that I think is important that somebody might want to ask, that's going to be added to this FAQ tab. So if you do have a question, look at this, click on this FAQ tab and see if maybe it's already been answered. And if it hasn't been answered, then go ahead and go to the Ask a Question tab and ask your question, and that might be added to this FAQ tab as well. And then finally, the Notifications tab. So there's been quite a few changes here in the Notifications tab. Before there was just a notifications to turn on or off whether the trade alerts were going to be sent to your email or as an SMS or both. So all of that information has been transferred, so whatever your preferences were before has been transferred into this Notifications tab the way it is now, although you definitely want to double check that. So the way it works is at the top area over here where it says Trade Notifications, this is for your trade alert notifications that go out. So if you want to receive a trade alert to your email address, you would type in that email address here. And it could be different from your profile email address if you like. If you do not want to receive trade alerts as an email, you would just leave that blank. So if you're on vacation or something like that, you can leave that blank, or maybe you only want to receive SMS trade alert service messages as opposed to email messages, and so you would leave the email one blank. And then for the SMS, receiving the trade alerts as SMS text alerts, you would enter your mobile number here, and again, leave that blank if you don't want to receive SMS text alerts. There are 3 different formats, and you want to make sure that you enter the correct format. If you're in the United States or Canada, you've got the area code and phone number, 3-digit area code and phone number, and if you're not sure how to format that, or if you just have a long number typed in, you can click on these little buttons, these little formatting buttons that Tom programmed. So for US and Canada, it would format it as a 3-digit area code and then phone number with the dashes. If you have an international number, then there's 2 different ways. There's a 2-digit country code, which would look like that. You can click on that and it changes the number to the proper format for a 2-digit international country code. And if you click on the I3, it'll change it to an international number format with a 3-digit country code. So those are helpful little links to format the phone number appropriately. In my case, I'm in the US, so mine's formatted with the US button here. In addition to that, there are some new class notification emails that are now going to be sent out if you like. Now this section is going to automatically default at the beginning to Do Not Send. So if you want to receive any of these, you're going to have to go to your notification tabs and click on Send for the ones that you want to have sent to you as email notifications. Now, and this is totally separate from the trade alerts. So the email address that these will use will be the one from your member, Capital Discussions member profile. And the reason for that is because there's some people that would like to receive the text messages, the alerts, to a separate email. So as I said, they're going to default to Do Not Send, and you can come in here and you can change them as you wish. And what they are is every time a new webinar is scheduled, so for instance I have a new WebEx coming up for the completed April trade. So anytime I schedule a new WebEx for a completed trade, or maybe I just want to do some kind of a special WebEx to go over something, that will be sent out as an email that you know that it's being scheduled. I think also automatically all members receive the WebEx notifications the day before and a half an hour before the WebEx is actually going live. But this one's actually going to send it to you when I schedule it. So it'll tell you, you know, Amy scheduled a WebEx for whatever it is, and the date and the time, and how to log in and so forth. So if you wish to receive those as an email notification, just click the Send button. Also, when a new trade image is uploaded to the class page, not only will it show in the Trade Images tab, but if you want to receive a notification that a new trade image has been uploaded, click the Send button here, and you will not only receive notification that, hey, a new trade image has been uploaded for Amy's Meissner's Weirdo Trade Alert service, but the trade image itself will also be embedded in the email. So you don't have to log in for that if you don't wish. In addition, the new library recording. So this is when I do the weekly recaps every time I do that type of recording, or maybe I've done a new, like for instance, this particular recording is a new feature library record that's going to be added to the library. So anytime there's a new library record uploaded, then you will get an email message if this is clicked to send, saying that a new library item is available to watch, and you'll have to log into the class page and go to the library tab and to view that. That'll notify you that a new item is there for watching. Also, if a new document, if I create a new standalone document and upload that in the Documents tab over here, you can receive an email notification that I've uploaded a new document, so you can log in and go to the Documents tab and view that document. And then finally, a new class announcement. So I'm sure as you notice, sometimes there's a class announcement that shows up at the top of the page. Like for instance, I had mentioned that the April trade was completed and I'm doing a WebEx and it made such and such profit and so forth. So if you want to receive those as an email, instead of having to log into the class page, that announcement will be listed in the email and sent to you. Hopefully you'll find some of these new notifications beneficial to you, and you can turn them on or off as you wish. And then once you do all of your settings here, just make sure to click the Update Notifications setting button so that everything updates to your preferences. So those are all the changes that have been made recently, and I hope you guys find these beneficial. If you have any other suggestions or recommendations, they're much appreciated. Just either send me a question through the Ask a Question tab, or you can send any requests or suggestions directly to Tom at support@capitaldiscussions.com. So I hope you enjoy these new features. Have a great day. Thanks.